Map number 1 of a best of 3. Spawning up in the top left-hand position as the pink Protoss player. He represents my insanity. It's Stardust. And his opponent, down in the bottom right. The blue Zerg, representing Fnatic, Zanster. Stardust going to be putting a pylon down on the low ground here, ready to go for the old walling off. Some sort of Forge Fast expansion or Nexus first build coming out. Stardust took down Ascending in the round of 16 to get his place here, whereas Zanster was able to go 2-1 up against Teffel in his round of 16 game, and therefore that's how he got here. So both players have already come up against some pretty tough opponents. Both have got into the monthly finals by either winning a Go for SE2 Monday or getting through on points alone. And that's, again, a pretty tough task because a lot of very good players get into Go for SE2 because it's actually got a pretty decent prize pool. Tonight, the winner walks away with €300, second place €150, and third, fourth €75 each. That's a decent amount of money, especially when there's only 16 players in the bracket, and as a result they should be pretty happy. Stardust has gone Forge first, so a cannon rush is always on the cards as a possibility, something that could be occurring. So I have no doubt that Zanster's going to be quite cautious when he sees this probe coming in, maybe thinking, okay, what are you doing, probe? What are your plans already? Coming back, and there we go, already 2 pylons coming down. He can't see it yet, he doesn't know, he's moving back. He's waiting, which way is the Overlord going to go? He might go the wrong way, he might not see it. The drone coming down though is going to scout. Okay, 2 pylons. This is annoying. Stardust can put an additional pylon down to the right, just to make sure that nothing bad happens. But Zanster, he's just going to go and take his third first. And this is actually a good response to doing this. He may even go and take his third and fourth base simultaneously, and just allow this hatchery to die, because then the commitment from Stardust in 2 pylons and a cannon, that's already 350 minerals spent. And it's not going to do very much damage, especially with the high ground vision. A queen can just come over and pick off the cannon if the hatchery's cancelled. No fourth base, as of yet, coming down from Zanster. Is going to side up now, he's cancelled the natural, and this is all looking good. So he was just waiting for this cannon to finish. Stardust though, he is now going to look to go and cannon up one of these additional bases, knowing that his opponent doesn't yet have a spawning pool. There's no real response to this. The base in the usual 4th location though is nearly finished. Back at home, Stardust has got his natural base coming up and a gateway. This cannon rushing heavily delays all of his tech and basically the timing of his nexus. Cannon is now coming down there at the 3rd base. Zanster just out expanding anywhere that Stardust decides to put down a cannon. He's just like, I'll go take another base then, it'll be fine. Still, we see Stardust come and check up. Goes, okay, well, no gases or anything like that. What's his plan? Couple of lings now coming down. Another cannon being added into the mix for the moment. Stardust just going to try and contain his opponent. Cannon at the 3rd now finished up. A couple more lings are going to die. Quite frustrating there. The only downside to this positioning is, as I said, a queen on the high ground can pick off both of these pylons and depower everything. Another cannon gets made just before the creep spread starts moving out, as does a 3rd one, so that hatchery isn't going to be too much use. For the moment though, Stardust isn't aware that these 2 additional hatches are made or being made, so that's a little bit of information he doesn't have yet. The queen was just poking away, but wants to get back, just making sure injects go down nice and safe. Got a decent number of Zerglings here, but with so many cannons, a lot will die if they just try and rush into the pylon. 3rd cannon does get cancelled, only 2 required to be able to hold this. In come the Zerglings now, Stardust though paying close attention, he's going to focus down those lings. The pylon is taking considerable amounts of damage, but it should be absolutely safe. Stardust confirming that it will be completely secure by putting out another pylon. 12 more Zerglings coming through, and despite this is a heavy investment by Stardust, he's still up in work count. 31 probes to 19 drones. That is a big lead. He's able to take out a hatchery, 300 minerals worth of damage, but he's still spent a lot more than that. He's spent already 300 on 2 cannons there, 500, 800, 900 minerals on this push alone. So that's a big commitment. Back at home, Stardust adding in an emergency pylon just to make sure those lings can't get through. And a second cannon. This should stop these lings from being able to breach the natural base. Stardust's economy is still looking pretty solid. But Zanster should start catching up now he's got these 2 additional hatches in position, which Stardust is only just now about to go and scout. The cannon stops too much from coming down. Stardust, of course, now scouting this is going to be a little bit like, I wish I'd seen that a bit sooner. Back at home, he's only just started up Warp Gate tech, and this is the delays I was talking about, but some of those delays are due to him rushing out this Stargate, getting down the Oracle, ready to start harassing into these additional bases, and by actually running it straight down towards this, what he thinks is the third, he's going to come straight across what is actually the third base. So that's a nice little scout down from Stardust, although a little bit late. +1 also coming out from Stardust. He's adding pylons down the back of his base. Should be seeing a few additional gateways added into the mix, maybe some other tech too. He's following up with a second Oracle actually, so he's going to have a decent amount of damage. In comes the first Oracle. Going to see the creep spread here now, and Stardust should be able to pick up on that pretty quick. Is going to lose this final pylon, powering the one lone cannon there, but with an Oracle coming over, that Queen does actually need to be a little bit careful. It's out of position, so a lot of drones should be able to get killed here. This Oracle is going to get a sizable amount of damage done. 4 worker kills already, then going up against the Queen. The Oracle will win this fight. One-on-one, Oracle beats Queen every time. Still has a little bit of energy left over, so Spore Caller's trying to get made, but not going to buy much time. This Oracle now killing a Queen, 8 drones, 9 drones, and getting a decent amount of damage done. Will back away though, as he runs out of energy. A second Oracle was cancelled, actually. Instead, Voidways started to be produced. So, Overlord's now getting taken out. And Stardust making all of the gateways. 8 additional gateways coming down, taking him up to 9 in total. A Warp Prism also coming out. He's going to have +1, and he's just going through a lot of harassment. Unfortunately for Zanster, he doesn't yet have the Hydralisk Den done. And while he's at 56 drones, he's very spread out, which is going to make getting reinforcements through exceptionally difficult. He's also not really got a response to the Voidway for the moment. This base is probably going to be the biggest target for Stardust at the moment. The Oracle gets taken down by Spore Caller. Nicely done. Voidways though, they can start harassing. They could actually probably duke it out with that Spore. Maybe the Queen would be a bit annoying. And Queens are very good up against Voidways because of the fact that Queens aren't armored units but still have a lot of health. Voidways don't deal bonus damage to them. A couple of Zealots now warped in. They're going to be irritating. Taking down the Spore Caller first. This is going to allow the Voidways to come through. Warp Prism on its way in as well. Quite a few drones now getting killed. 10 in total. And Zanster with that just GG's out. Knows he's not going to be able to hold the further pressure. And Stardust takes game number 1 of this best of 3.